Hi, in this video I will talk about how you can say no and explain that something is not available to a child with autism. Many of the individuals on the spectrum are lacking language and they do not have a functional way of expressing their wants and needs. Because of their inability to comprehend fully the verbal behavior, children on the spectrum have the tendency to engage in non-compliant behavior in the form of vocal protest, flopping, bolting, crying, whining, and so on. All a child hears when an adult is communicating that an item or an activity is not available at the moment is no. As a result, you will face all the crying, rolling on the floor, pushing and pulling that the child got. I want you to know that you are not alone, and it is not just your child who does that, and it is not just the kids on the spectrum who have reaction to denied access. The same reactions and behaviors you may witness with a neurotypical young child. So, what to do and how to explain to your child that an activity, an item, or a location is not available at that time without causing a problematic behavior. Well, allow me to present 5 evidence-based strategies that can help you. First, use visual and additional supports. Many individuals on the autism spectrum are visual learners, so using visual supports can be very effective in communicating. You can use pictures, symbols, or even a visual schedule to indicate when activity, item, or location is not available. For example, you can have a picture of a red stop sign to represent not available, or a picture of a clock to indicate waiting for a specific time. You also can set up a timer to represent the duration they need to wait before accessing the activity, item, or location. The visual representation of time passing can be helpful for individuals who struggle with understanding the concept of time. Second, social stories. Social stories are short narratives that explain a social situation or concept in a simple and visual way. You can create a social story specifically addressing the concept of not being able to access something. The story should include clear and concise language along with visuals to help your child understand the situation. Third, choice making. Providing choices, you can give your child a sense of control and reduce frustration. Instead of simply saying no to a request, offer alternative options that are available at that time. For example, if your child wants to play outside but it's raining, you can offer alternative indoor activities to choose from, such as playing hide and seek, bouncing on a yoga ball, play with sensory beans, and others. Fourth, reinforcement. Positive reinforcement can be used to encourage appropriate behavior when faced with denied access. Praise and reward your child when they respond appropriately to the situation, such as accepting the alternative option or waiting calmly. This can help reinforce the idea that there are alternative ways to meet their needs. Fifth and last, consistency. Individuals on the autism spectrum often thrive in structured and predictable environments. Establishing consistent routines and clear rules can help reduce frustration and problem behaviors. Clearly communicate expectations and be consistent in your response to denied access situations. For example, if you told the child that something is not available, you will offer another alternative, but you will not contradict yourself by offering the item immediately after the child starts crying and whining. If you said to the child that he needs to wait for 5 minutes before having the item, you will not stop the timer after 2 minutes and give the child the item because you can't stand them screaming and crying. So, follow through and show consistency with your words and behavior. It is important to understand your child's specific needs and preferences and tailor strategies accordingly. Please be patient, observative, and consistent with your words and actions. When you see a behavior that is negative and you would not want your child to use it or have it, think of what you want your child to do instead and teach the child alternative social acceptable behavior. I hope this video helped you understand how you can say no and explain that something is not available to a child with autism. If you have any questions, make sure you type them in the comments below, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.